please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If my voice is sounding a little strained, I did forewarn people yesterday and the day before. It is inevitable my voice will go. Fingers crossed we make it through at least this video so I can spend the weekend not doing what I want to do and instead go and rest my voice. Today I want to take a look because we're gearing up for December and this makes my life so much easier. We're going to take a look at what Chantal's been up to. Her end of year reviews will be dropping on the 3rd of December, 4th, 5th and 6th. Because yes, it has to be a four-parter, because while she doesn't really achieve anything, she does and causes a lot of problems. So does a lot of things, causes a lot of problems. More recently, she went on an anniversary vacation with her husband. No offense intended here. Your audience had to remind you when your anniversary was, because you'd forgotten, and if you're really going to spend some quality and intimate time with your husband, we can air quote around the word husband if you wish, your extra, recurring role star, okay, it would probably be advantageous to have that authentic relationship away from the cameras. On top of this, there is an ongoing issue with her right now concerning her cat, because her cat's in heat and she hasn't had the cat spayed. Julia. She has a cat. Give it time, I'm sure that cat will find its way to Canada anyway, because she's gullible and others need to make calendars. On top of this, Chantal has been partaking in her weight loss journey and failing miserably at it. So much so that there is a way in the more recent video we're going to take a look at. Along with talking about her cat, there might be some mention about her anniversary holiday. I saw pictures of her kissing Salah. She wasn't. She was kissing the Jason Voorhees mask. It's about as close as she's ever gotten, I'm sure. But also she spends an inordinate amount of time in this video. Inordinate, that's it. Far too much, copious amount of the video dunking on FFG. Because she really needs to stop talking about FFG, to stop giving FFG ammo. Will Chantal do it? No, of course not. Symbiotic relationship 101. You need to keep feeding them, so they keep feeding you. You're not going to get your nashies any other way, are you now?
November 14th.
Now, for those who have been paying attention to Chantal's attempt at a weight loss journey, while there is some consistency to her uploading the weighing part, although at the same time it is argued that she does not weigh so little as 155 kilos, she has been hovering around the 155 mark, allegedly, for quite some time. Now, she's a little bit older than me, so I'm inclined to believe there could be some truth to her weight. There really could be truth, because of the way gravity works as we get older and the fact her muscles, her core muscles especially, have never been put to any use, so what hangs over the top of it is slowly going towards the ground. When I did a stream on Moistonian Live recently concerning Amberlynn Reid, I pointed out that she is getting closer to 600 pounds. She's also getting closer and closer to looking like a macargo, because of how gravity is treating her quite badly, and she's only in her early 30s. But for the sake of it, I do not believe that that is the correct weight for Chantal.
So today is weigh-in Thursday. Because, well, Wednesday was yesterday, and I was just still too exhausted from the camping trip, unpacking and yada yada yada. And so, yeah, that's that. I'm kind of sore, like sleeping on the sofa, sleeping on the ground, you know, did a toll kind of on my sciatica.
Part of me is a bit curious because the video with the anniversary camping trip was uploaded to the joint channel, Salah and Chantal. Videos over there do horrendously today. The video's been up for nearly a whole day. It's got 3,000 views. Chantal would have been better off putting that on the main channel, but she won't because she wants to maintain the facade of this prim, proper, super clean, totally not filthy Canadian Muslim revert. Reality is, it was all completely staged. She probably did spend the time in the tent and had to do it all herself to pack it and put it away and come back. But it's also possible she was doing this in a car park, because it's Chantal. I could imagine Chantal would do that. You might notice she seems a little peeved. Yeah, it's because she had to put some effort in to get home, if she can call this prison that she resides within a home. And I don't just mean her body, I mean the place she's chosen to suffer in.
Anyway, there's no place like home, right? There's no bed like your own bed. Your bed could literally be a piece of cardboard, but because it's your bed, you love it. I don't know. Anyway, the human brain is weird. So, as you saw from my weigh-in, I think I'm up a little bit from last week. I'll post last week's weigh-in here as well. So, I mean,
I don't know why she's still doing this charade. Whether it be the charade of being a Muslim revert in a fake marriage, constantly border hopping because visa, the additional charade of her weight loss journey. She weighed less when she was in Canada before Nada. I think she weighed less when she was with him as well. Because, you know, snow. You say no place like home, bed, blah blah, lots of lip smacking and the word anyway. You're trying to be flippant in how you present yourself, to seem like this is a Dear Diary. You'd be better off doing a captain's log after a rather lengthy cleanse.
I'm not surprised because I've been on and off, you know.
Well, it is often said it takes 21 days to truly impact a meaningful change in your mindset and your habits. Every diet you've tried, every change to your lifestyle you have attempted to make, has lasted 1 day before you've blamed your sciatica, before you've blamed digestive problems, satiety, bad mood, blah 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 blah, and something else. Everything's an excuse. Nothing is ever committed to or resolved. It's never easy, and as we all know, anything worth doing is rarely easy. But the only thing you're willing to ever commit to is the one that hurts you, because you need to stick it to everyone else to make it seem like you're better, because you were never loved enough, apparently, in your mind.
Mostly going over my calories a little bit each day. Not too bad. That's why there's not like a huge gain or anything like that.
The thing here is, and it's been said multiple times over many years, for you to only go a little bit over your calories, your weight would still come down. This would only be true if you were only going over your calories that maintained your weight. And this is important. You are not active, you don't hit 10k steps a day, we know that. You don't do much anywhere really, because you blame your diminished health and multitude of blessings from Nurgle as a reason, excuse, for why you can't get anywhere, why you don't make any discernible inroads. To maintain your weight, as proven by the likes of Shikara transformations, you would be eating over 3,500 calories a day. All the chicken in the world, low calories, sure. The weight of it though certainly plays a part. But you're eating other things. Fast food is a given.
And I haven't been doing the treadmill. I haven't been just really on track as much as I'd like to.
Within that, there is a truth and there is a lie. You have been off track. You do not want to be on track. No offense intended, Chantal. You are in your 40s, I believe. You are so set in your ways and have been for over a decade. I do not believe, no one believes, it's why many of your comments are telling you this, that you ever want to be anything but this. You want to present as someone trying, but after many years of these claims at trying, you have amounted to nothing. I'm going to move on from your nonsense about weight and skip over to the conversations concerning your cat.
You know, hi baby! We're gonna get to your update soon. Yes, we are. On to Julia. People have been coming for me with pitchforks over the fact that I haven't spayed my cat yet. Julia is, we don't know her exact age. We adopted her from somebody who I think got her from someone else who I think got her from the street.
What I really like is when a good pet owner goes out of their way to make sure they have accurate information about their cat's health. This is where I live, where you come from, is vital, because we make it a point to make sure our animals are not only registered, but to make sure their medical history is accounted for. We're very thorough with that, and I think it's very important. You're in an area of the world where animals are regularly discarded on a whim, where they are lesser beings, something which I don't care for in the slightest. Then again, a lot of how you treat your pets is trivial, tokenized, as if they are trophies to trot out when it suits you. I was curious who was looking after your pets while you were away, actually, because I don't know who it was. And people were coming for you, yes, because you were moaning about your pet in heat. You were doing nothing about this. In fact, you've only kowtowed and bothered to get your animal registered and set to be spayed now because of the backlash you received because you aren't looking after your pets. A repeat of the old days.
That's what we think. That's our opinion on it. I don't know for sure. We don't know her exact age, blah, blah, blah. So we think she's probably close to 2. Maybe 2 years old, close to 2. I don't know. But when we got her, she was still too young to spay. Is what they told us. They didn't spay her yet because she was still too young.
In the United Kingdom, to stop a female cat from having kittens, the operation known as spaying can happen before she turns 4 months old. No offense intended, but your cat was not 4 months old when you got her. She was older. The best age to spay a cat is between 5 and 6 months. You've had plenty of opportunity, even with all your border hoppings and doing literally nothing, to get your cat properly treated. As far as gauging the age of a cat, there is actually a way of doing it. It's not too dissimilar from the rings on a tree. But for a cat, you approximate the age by examining the teeth, eyes, fur, and overall maturity. Teeth are the easiest ones though. Eyes are a giveaway when the lenses get denser after the age of 6 or 7 years old. That happens to humans when we hit 40, okay? The lenses get denser. So it is possible to work out the age of a cat if you care enough to get this done. You don't. I say this as somebody who has had a stray cat in his home and has worked out the age of a cat. It is not difficult. You could do it, by the way, yourself, if you could be asked.
When we first brought her to the vet, they advised to wait a little bit. And so, yeah. So because we didn't know her definitive age, we didn't really know when she would be going into her first heat. So that combined with weren't keeping track really, I guess.
It's strange for somebody who has no real life. It's strange that you have a cat, you spend no real time with it. You have a hamster as well. The same applies here. You have nothing going on beyond trying to find a way to get out of the situation you're in. And you can't bother to do that either. You just sit around watching all of those that hate you. You are like Amber in that respect. You have far too much time to do nothing, and you watch those that hate you, so you have free content. Because eventually you do lash out at those that you despise, and love at the same time. There's no point in saying you don't. I've maintained a stance consistently for over 2 years. You really do love your haters. One, very much so.
Sunday, she'll be getting spayed.
This took about 3 minutes to get to because Chantal likes to talk about all the things that she apparently did to help her cat get through this, to get them up to a stage where they could then be spayed. Just the thing, because this is hilarious to me. I've never seen someone look so annoyed they've had to go out of their way to help their cat. You're not the type to shut them in a room and leave them there, are you? Because you look the type.
So, that's it. So all this bullshit is coming from a horrible parasitic community. And the queen of the hive, apparently, I don't know, this is alleged because there's a lot of trolls. There's people who just say things that are not true. Imagine that. They left a comment on my channel, I'll post it here, basically that apparently this cult leader of who's making, her and her audience are making this. She looks like someone's greasy Uncle Bob, but technically, biologically, she's a female.
I see we found our way to the comments concerning FFG. Not going to say anything for or against FFG, by the way, because I know I have far too many people who support FFG, and that's totally fine. You support whoever you want to support. I'm just going to present the information as it is and enjoy the inevitable back and forth arguments that take place, because I'm a shitlord. I don't care. I only care about the cat's well-being. I do not care about the two people arguing over the cat's well-being.
So this female queen of the hater nation of Gore World, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Her and her the Jim Jones of Gore World. Be sure to drink the Kool-Aid, zombies. Her and her cult, zombies. That's where that's all coming from, that hate about her not being spayed.
Just the thing, because I'm going to be a bit pedantic, it's not hate about your cat not being spayed. It is criticism because you are not being willing to do what is right by those around you. Far too often and for far too long you put yourself above all else. That is the problem. If you cannot see that because of the haters from chances are you can't see that from time to time, even those that despise your existence, although I think they all love you to bits, to be honest. Even they can be right about something because the principle of animal abuse has to be properly addressed. You must be better. They may hate you or love you, whichever you prefer to call it, but they're still right, regardless of how it is presented.
So someone left a comment that they have a dog. This person has a dog, and apparently is having its first heat, so not even spayed at all. So, you know what? I don't even know if I believe this comment because it's just too, you know, unbelievable. Like, that somebody would be that hypocritical. But at the same time, I do believe it, that this person could be trying to come after me, send a mob after me for my animal not being spayed when theirs themselves is not. Because that's how Gore World works.
If that is how Gore World works, why bother engaging with it when you know then, by the logic you present as theirs, you can never receive any gratification, praise, commendation, you get only negativity. You know you can never win. So why are you bothering to waste 6 minutes of your entire video moaning about hypocrisy of a community that exists because of you? Why are you so obsessed with it? It's so symbiotic, honestly. I love it because of the hilarity and the hypocrisy. Of course I do. But you are enabling, and you're still trying to, which is great. I'm going to end this video here because you carry on going on about FFG and those haters for far too long. I fully expect this video to be deleted, and this video is basically the following. You've made no discernible progress on your weight, because imagine my shock. Your cat's not been done yet and won't be until Sunday, and you're only doing it because the internet has bullied you into doing it. Oh, and your haters of world exist, so you must now let them know you're paying very close attention to them. I fully expect you to turn your comments off in the near future, because you're tragic. The end of your review this year is going to be long. It had better be worth it.